Bam!
Bam!
Hey, Rod.
How's it going, Mr. Gary? Dr. Gary?
Going all right.
Right on.
Get some adjustments here. And
I know it.
Man.
I got all this paperwork around me. I got to make sure I keep my notes straight.
I know, me too. And a bunch of stuff over here and stuff on here. And
got my pen.
There's very little in here. So,
man, it was a nice day out, wasn't it?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Can't complain for February.
Right on, right on. I see Chris Wilson. I see Shannon Wise. I see Mrs. Harper, Scooter Rick.
Oh, here we go. I got to turn my volume down here. I got to kill this.
Great seeing you, Shannon.
All right. Mr. Harper. I see he's on. Marvin Jenkins.
Marvin been in work.
Marvin. Do you see anything different besides my backgrounds here? Do you see anything different in my little box area? You see what's going on?
Oh, going to take Troy's money. I do see that.
Oh, well,
nice. That's new.
You know.
I'm gonna have to. So maybe we'll hit up that in a little bit. Maybe we'll have to rehash what that means. Going to take Troy's money. Now, when you say Troy, are you talking about Troy Aves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll see if he. Huh?
Oh, man, I think he hit you up in the box there.
We'll see if. Man, there's 3 comments. I'm ready to go over here and catch comments. We'll see if he. There's Shannon, Scooter Rick. Hello, hey Scooter Rick. I was missing the comment side over here. Troy says it's always nice to have dreams, even if not realistic. Listen here, mister.
Oh my goodness. What that tells you right there is he's ready to up the ante. That's what I heard. That's what that tells me.
Is that right?
I don't know. First of the 50s.
Hey, Brian Wise.
You Wise. You guys get home to Maverick. He good to go?
Since we got Troy on the hook here.
Yeah. Troy Aves, right?
Troy. Yeah.
There's Clayton Boyer.
Troy Aves. Hey, Clayton. I got a lot of stuff here. I need to get this straightened out here. Let me move our box over here. Okay, I'm going to show you something.
You got something to show me?
I got something to show you.
Okay.
Well, first, this is for Troy. Troy, just a reminder.
Oh,
this is the bottle. Just to remind him.
Is that what you like?
Yeah, that's the magic sauce.
That's the magic sauce.
So, Rodney, this picture I'm going to show you. Tell me what it is. What is that? What's that? What is this device?
That's a refrigerator.
Okay, that's Troy's refrigerator.
Okay.
Tell me what stands out on that refrigerator.
The Holly EFI sticker.
Whoa! All right.
That's what I see. Are you telling me something? Are you announcing something right now?
I don't know. I think he's dreaming there with the Holly sticker on his fridge.
He told me he's getting a new EFI system with an H. Is that what that is?
Holly. I don't think it's Holly.
Well,
but he's got it on his fridge.
He does.
Maybe he's got Holly injectors or something.
Yeah, usually those stickers aren't free. You have to buy something to get them.
Right. But
he's got a carburetor. No, it says EFI.
Oh,
yeah.
Extremely finicky. I don't know.
Extreme
finicky. I don't know what he's got for a computer. But if he was putting Holly on that car, I probably wouldn't be as anxious to take a bet. I'd be a little more scared of the car.
Oh,
if it was going to have Holly on it.
Oh, so, I see what you're saying.
But I got to
Holly, you'd be a little bit more nervous. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. I'd probably not take that bet.
Yeah,
I'd be a little more worried.
Yeah.
But I did get a sneak peek picture of his computer.
Okay.
It looks like this.
Oh, wow. What year is that? Holy cow.
That's his new computer.
That's all the computer.
That's his new computer.
You're reading off a data logger there? What is that?
That's why that car weighs 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, I wondered. I see it. Golly. Man.
Well,
and he'll take that on the cruise, right?
Yeah. It might need a trailer or something to haul it in. I don't know.
That's it. That's what it is. Yeah, it looks like a couple of professionals reading a data log there.
I had to pick on Troy a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good stuff. It's all
Yep.
good stuff. First of the 50s.
Yep.
First of the 50s.
We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, there were some comments here. I see. Okay, there's Keith Lopez. Keith is watching. Hey, Keith.
Right on.
That
He's been burning the midnight oil. Holy cow.
He has. Yeah, he's been melting some rod and cutting some tubing and we'll probably touch on that car in the future.
Oh yeah. Was that Mark Rizzo over there?
Yes.
That picture, he looked like a giant.
Yeah.
You know, I know the guy's only like 5'8", but he looked like he was 7 foot tall next to that car, you know. Holy cow.
Yeah.
The car was on the ground.
Oh, here. No doubt. The Holly, Troy says they make an okay manifold.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I guess I was reading too far into it.
Yeah, it's an EFI manifold. Okay. I get it. Yeah. Do they make EFI manifolds for billet Hemis?
They've got an upper that bolts onto. Let's see. I think Troy has
Does he got one of those sandwich boxes in between that water passes through?
He used to.
Mm-hmm.
He's got I think it's a Holly upper that bolts onto a piece that's adapted to work with the Holly upper.
Ah.
Yeah, he's got some trick stuff there on that thing.
Oh, rocket science over there, man. It's an astronaut.
Yep.
Taking the thing to the moon.
Yep. It's really
very cool. I see Clayton chimed in about Georgia. We're going to talk about that. You see that?
Yeah, I did. Clayton says the boys should be pulling in or already in Georgia. We saw them pulling out in the dark.
Yes.
And it's 8:00 in Georgia. So
eastbound and down.
So that's 12. Hard to say what time they left, but that's quite a drive in a giant rig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go back over here. Yep.
Cool. I'm ready to kick this off, man. We're having a good time. It's been a couple of weeks here we
go. Who is this? Oh, this is Brandon Ash, Facebook user. This is Brandon Ash. Says 20 minutes away.
Sweet. There we go. They're rolling down.
Right on.
Got to play by play.
You're literally there.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Cool. I'm going to be glued to my TV all week and next weekend.
So Brandon, are you with them or are you just like relaying info?
I saw somebody was following him.
Yeah. Hopefully him or somebody's with them and they can feed some pictures and videos or something through social media and we can keep a really cool eye on them aside from the flow video. So yeah.
That'll be good.
Yes, I agree. Well, I'm ready to rock. What do you got? Oh,
you got an answer there real quick.
I do. I just saw that. Brandon says it's Cameron, Drew, Tony, and me, which is Brandon.
Right on.
Awesome. Cool deal.
Sounds like a good crew.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Make some memories there.
Yes. Well, what have you been up to at your place, Rod?
Man, I just been working, I've been out here putting in work and can't complain too much here, but just a quick shout out too. I think everybody knows on the show that I had to deal with a little personal issue last week, and that's why we didn't have the show on Sunday. And just want to say thank you for me and my family for all the nice little comments and posts and messages and personal messages and phone calls, and just appreciate that. So I just wanted to say thank you for all that. So. And other than that, Gary, I've been kind of in the garage, staying busy, been working a little bit. I've been over at your place a couple times, with a little bit of welding and
making some adjustments.
Yeah. It's funny too, because I was talking to someone else at Mel Hamilton yesterday and, you change one thing and you got to change 3 things down the road. You know what I mean? Which I'm glad I put the different cane member and everything in, but it's like, you got to move this tube out and that sort of thing. So it's just funny how you make one little move and it's like, oh crap. Well, then here's another thing. So we changed that tube. Well, then my brake line was too close. I had to get a different brake line to kick it off.
Oh, geez.
So it's got a
Well,
chain reaction, though. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because you've seen the state my car is in.
Yeah.
I'm fixing a broken valve.
I know.
And you see the mess that it caused?
I see what it did.
I don't recommend breaking a valve because it's a horrendous project to repair it. Man.
It is horrendous. It is horrendous. I see Foreman on here giving us crap because we got turbos with tubes and everything. And so he don't have the, with that nitrous stuff. He just got a stack of pistons. But he don't have to, he don't have to worry about any tubage. He's got to turn. And
he says I feel like
on.
What's that?
I appreciate Russell chiming in.
Oh yeah, Russell. We had a lot of fun with Russell. Actually, and the last time we was doing this was 2 weeks ago with Russell and Craven.
Yeah.
Man, that was a hoot.
Oh,
and hey, them videos are still rolling.
Rolling.
They're still putting out new videos. It's great.
Man, I eat my popcorn every time I see one, man. I got to figure out how to do that. That's awesome
funny stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Russell says, I feel like there are too many turbo cars. Slow turbo queers, that is. Yeah, we've been called worse.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's a nitrous car rolling to Georgia, so we'll see if he represents.
That's a heavy-duty nitrous car.
You bet.
Yep.
I don't know if he's probably got 6 or 7 kits like Russell does. I don't know what they allow in that stuff, so we'll have to see.
I don't either. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't even know how to spell nitrous.
I do. It's
N-A-W-S, NOS.
NOS. Yeah. NOS. Yes, NOS, man.
Yes, NOS, dude. You blow the welds on the intake. Yep.
Keep those piston companies in check.
Yep.
There you go.
You was mentioning that that tube we fixed.
Yeah.
Or altered.
Yeah, fixed that ugly thing. Oh my goodness.
Would you just look at it?
I saw her back there. I wonder what she was doing. Holy cow.
Look at you standing there.
Look at that. It's awesome. I love that. See, this is me showing Gary how to weld. That's what this is right here.
Well, I thought you was the inspector.
220, 221, whatever it takes. Would you just look at it?
Look at it.
Let's just look at it. Would you look at that?
She sent me
the first 5 minutes. I was looking at it without the helmet, and then I'd put the helmet on. That's so funny, right there.
Oh yeah. Well, you might have a rough time sleeping tonight.
Oh man, I saw her back there with her phone, and I was like, "Does she take?" Because she asked us for what do you want for groceries. I'm like, "She making a list, or why she got her phone in that angle?" That's great, Tiffany. I love that, man. I love it.
Yeah. She was, I was waiting until Rodney left before I sent these to you. And she sent them. I looked at them and I was like, well, that's the would you look at it guy.
Would you look at this?
I had that picture in my phone. So I had to snag that.
Man, that was great.
Yeah, but we got that tubing situated, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Almost got that little project handled.
I think, I'm about 90% done with that
thing. A couple more comments here. This is Craven. Craven says Russell has 6 or 7 Kit Kats, not kids. Kit Kats are awesome.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Oh, I got awesome. 6 stages ready to use.
Yeah.
My buddy Tim Alt's ratting me out here years ago before you got famous. You ran nitrous. I had a Top Gun nitrous kit on an 88 Trans Am. It was a lot of fun.
Top Gun. Oh,
Top Gun nitrous.
That's funny. Dancing stages. Yeah. That's go.
That was Craven dancing stages. Man, you guys are too funny.
You guys are rolling.
Yep. Holy cow! 3 more comments over here.
Those are real.
That's Darslaws. He's from up there where Tim is from. They're Oldsmobile acquaintances. Oldsmobile fag. He says.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Russell said he only needs 4 for Craven.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, he only use them all, huh? He just needs 4. There you go.
Well, other than your tubing, what else has
Mhm.
been going on with your car?
Man, I got my transmission all back together. Got my converters ready. Yep. So I'm ready to stab that bad boy in. And that's just a little glide for these little small blocks. I don't have that big 400 stuff, you know. I'm just a little guy over here. But Marty got me situated there, and we're ready to go. So I got that already. And then I got the call I've been waiting for this week too. And so I made my way north and up to Salina.
Woo!
And
Salina. What's in Salina?
yeah, and it was snowing up there, man. I roll up there Friday and it's snowing, and but it was worth the drive. Of course, there was no snow on the road, but you looked off in the field and you saw some snow. And so I was able to roll up there and talk to Mark Brown at Advance. And so yeah, I brought back all my pieces there. So he got me all cleaned up and honed out and did a valve job, new springs, polished the crank, new set of rods, coated the pistons, you know, got a new timing belt, you know, oil pump and all that stuff you need, gaskets and stuff. So now I'm going to lock myself in my garage and assemble this bad boy. And so, yeah, that was a good trip. I love going up there and talk to Mark, you know, treats you like you're, you know, your only customer. And so we sat there and he gives me some little advice on assembly and just how good the motors looked. And so dropped this off early November and picked it up on Friday. So quick turnaround there. I think it does a great job for me. And, you know, he always tells me what it'll be. When I get there, that's what it is. And so, yeah, no complaints there. I've been working with Mark for, I don't know now, 4 or 5 years. Of course, you turned me on to him. And so, but yeah, I actually got this motor from Mark. It was one of his customers out of Oklahoma. And so I've had real good luck with it. And so this was like the first freshen up, if you will, after running it for 3 seasons. And so that last season, it was, you know, when it broke that valve spring and valve, I was like, at the end of the last race. So
it's tired.
Yeah. So we talked about that too, you know, about when we're going to change those valve springs again and everything. But new set of rods. And like I said, the pistons are coated, the cranks polished, rings, bearings, just, you know, starting to get it going back together now. So I think you know, you knock on wood, you think you have everything now, right? So I'm they're going to be the one that'll be, you know, see how fast this project gets done. But, you know, when I go up there, Mark treats me like $1 million. So I like working with him, you know,
same.
Yeah. So I was feeling good on Friday, man, when I got back home. What about you?
Well, speaking of Salina, Jim, this is Jim Lauer. He says there's not much in Salina, but
there was some snow there.
Yep. Mark is in Salina, and we know how awesome he is. And my race car painter guy, is in Salina, and this guy Brad Umshad Paints Unlimited. So I've got a daily driver vehicle body shop, you know, and that's ultra color.
Yeah.
And I've got my truck back from deer damage. They got that knocked out and fixed up and good as new. And then I got my race car painter guy up in Salina, Miss Brad. He was in town yesterday, brought me some t-shirts, and we did some fender alignment. I wanted him to eyeball it and get it set where he wanted, because I'm not a body guy and he wouldn't like where I put it. So he got that squared away. He likes where it's at. We drilled a hole and put a Cleco in it, locked that in. So he came to town. So that was just, it's such a small thing, but like 95% of that was done. That little 5%, I needed him to put his eye on it and put it where we want. So that's a little box I can check. A very small box, but still it's done. And if he don't like it, it's his fault.
Well, okay. There you go.
Yep. And I've been working on mounting the turbo. I got the Maven mount welded on there, mounting that 118 forced induction turbo. It's in place. I had to put the 5-inch exhaust tube in place to kind of get everything eyeballed and, you know, take up the space and see what I had to work with or did not have to work with.
Sure.
And now the project is those 2 exhaust tubes need to go up in that square flange with the round holes. That's the next challenge and step. It's going to be kind of time consuming and tedious, but there's not a lot of room, but there's enough room, and I can't make too many mistakes. So
there you go.
It'll get there. That's
that's good, man. Can you go back to pictures?
Go back to that.
Yeah. And slow it down a little bit, but explain to Russell Foreman that's a turbo.
Oh, yeah.
You got some new watchers. You never know.
Google is your friend. Turbo.
Okay. Yeah. Is that where the air goes in? Right there?
That's where happiness goes in and more happiness comes out. Yeah. More up arrows and more boostuses.
Right on.
I better catch a couple comments here. We might be getting stomped on.
We got a shout out there. We got some shout outs from Mark, and even Russell said you're doing a good job.
And Shelley and Kurt, good seeing you all this weekend. Good seeing you guys. We saw you at Mel Hamilton. We're going to touch on that a little bit. Eric White, what's up, Eric? We got some shout out for you guys after a while too.
Absolutely.
Andrew, love it. Chris's son, Mark, is great. He does all of our engines.
Yeah, no doubt.
Russell says, looks good. I seen the video. Awesome.
Thanks, Russell. He's creeping on you.
Chris Wilson says, use some dryer vent.
Dryer ducting. Did they make dryer ducting in 5-inch? Commercial.
I bet so. Some commercial Home Depot or Lowe's shopping. This is Troy says, man, that's beautiful work. Just make sure you save enough money to buy that tequila. I got plenty of tequila money, Troy. I won't need it. Russell says I could use those for weight on the front of the car. There you go. Now you're thinking.
One for dead weight.
PVC pipe, Jesse says.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, but back, but that's where I'm at pretty much.
Cool.
All of my work has been up front there. So
yeah. Well, maybe if I quit coming over there and bothering you, you can get more work done. You know what I mean?
Now you're good.
Now we got
bring it on. I don't care.
Got that tube already, Cool.
Been working on that. Been working on an intake manifold project that me and Keith have teamed up on for Joe Barry. We're working on that. We get that knocked out and been doing some grinding and cleanup on that so I can weld some bungs and some rails and stuff. It's a monster of an intake. So I'll probably have to fix that after a while. Yeah. This Keith and I were looking at it, talking about it, and it's like, I've never put bungs in one like this and may never see one again. It's it's just it's a really big intake.
Oh my goodness.
Real weird. The runner shape and stuff doesn't give you a lot of room to work with, but it's really big.
Yeah. Those ports are huge.
Yeah. I also got within this last 2 weeks since we was on last, I got my truck back. I got my tranny back from Flip.
Woo! Nice.
And Flip had it because he was shoving that Sonic smart drum inside it. That's why you see I got a box of parts from my transmission for sale.
Right on.
This came out of this replaced all that. So Flip said, this is what it is. This is what you should sell it for. Try it out. So I got some 400 parts
in there. That looks great, Gary.
Yep. Oh, Jose Zayas is watching. Whoa, Jose, check this out. Let me roll back there and show Jose what's going on. See, Jose, there's your turbo. 118. Bam. Mounting that rascal.
Yeah, looking good.
With that, some downpipe. Getting closer anyway, so.
Heck yeah.
Yep. But my transmission is back, and that's kind of where I'm at parts wise with stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Good update.
Yep. We got another comment here.
Oh man, Philip.
Craven says Gary Putnam rocking that Jose Zayas turbo. It's gonna get real now.
Yeah.
Sure hope exactly. So, Craven. Oh, Flip got you here.
That's right. Yeah. I know what he's saying. He's spending my money.
Yep. That's right.
Rod. Yeah. You got that right, Flip. You got that right. Mm-hmm. It is time.
Yeah. What anything happened around here over the weekend? Do you know?
Yeah, man. We kind of got together over the weekend. I think they had their annual open house there at Mel Hamilton Ford. Got to see some buddies and hang out with some people and, talk cars and get some updates. Good seeing everybody. Hung out with the Riffles for a little bit and saw Monza. And of course, hung out with Phil Nightingale and Lisa Hamilton and Nick Roberts, Nick Ballman. And they had some sales. I got some parts. You got some tools.
I did. Yep.
Saw the Wises. Yep. Brian and Shannon came up.
Yeah, that's always a fun a fun Saturday event. Hang out, see some people.
Heck yeah.
There's drag racers there, dirt track guys.
Yeah.
The race car store race parts store has sales and deals and hamburger and hot dog and chips and all kinds of goodies. And it's a really cool little get together, kind of a big get together. It's not a little get together. It's a really cool thing they put on.
I thought I was going to win the TV. I put my name on the line. I didn't hear my name called, but maybe next year.
Have that TV.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Hey, and then I seen Jason Golden from Kansas City.
Yeah.
He must have showed up after we had left, but he had went to Mel Hamilton. He come down from Kansas City to go to that deal.
Okay.
And he had made a comment along the lines of he wished Kansas City had a Ford dealer that had that was pushing racing like that, like they was at Mel Hamilton.
Absolutely, man. This is such a nice thing for us to have. I go in there too many times a week and, getting parts, getting fuel or tires or fittings and hoses and just hanging out there. And something that another thing, when we were leaving, you remember that little Mercury Capri with the J2Z motor?
Yes.
In the parking lot there with the hood up. Had a little car show going on out there.
I don't know whose it was, but it was super cool.
Yeah, it was. What was the car's nickname? What did they call that? They had the sticker on the quarter window.
It wasn't fried egg roll or wasn't fried rice. It had something to do with egg. Something had something to do with egg roll.
Brian Weiss, I'm calling you out. What was that? I know you were there too when we walked around. But yeah, that was a cool little car. It was a little small tire, Mercury Capri, which is basically a Fox body Mustang. And when we were sitting eating lunch, it was backing in. You're like, that's no V8. And
we could hear it, and it's like that's different sounding. That's not a V8 car. It's not a LS potato.
No,
it wasn't a small block Ford.
No, yeah, it was cool. I had to look at it. It had a nice little turbo on it and stuff. But yeah, that was a cool little car there. I liked walking around that thing.
Yeah, should have got a picture of that. And
should have. Of course, Kelly Nate was there, and we got to talk to Monza. Got to see this bad looking Chevelle, man. That thing is just all about it. Like to see that get going. Going. So yeah, Monza was a great guy too. He sat and talked to you for a while, and we had a great time. Free lunch. How can you go wrong?
Yep. They're a mile from my house.
Yep.
That. Just down the road.
Yeah.
Here's some more comments. Darce is saying forced induction solutions to the front.
There you go.
Whose turbo is on your car?
I believe it's forced induction. I want to say.
It is.
I think the last two might have been Jose.
It is.
Yeah. No complaints. Keep on rocking.
And this is Jose here. He says, Craven Moore, awesome. Can't wait to see him dragging some folks down the track.
There you go.
That includes you, Troy. Stephen Friesen says that place practically plumbed to 56 in the last few months.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see that 56.
Oh, I seen it just on Facebook. I want to see it in person. Hopefully they bring it to our city this year, and have some fun. But that thing just looks beautiful. And yeah, like he's saying, he probably went into Mel Hamilton there, talked to Nick, and got some hoses and some fittings, and yeah.
This is Craven here. He says the only thing better than one forceinductions.com turbo is two of them.
Two of them, twinsies.
Wow, I'm trying to cut some weight, so
yeah,
that's why I'm in the mess I'm in.
Yeah, my little motor, I just do one. Easy on the LS, bud. That's
potato.
I thought that was always a tractor. It sounded like a tractor.
Yeah, it does.
It has a little flapper.
Yep.
You see those. Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. I'd like to give Chris a hard time.
Yep. Yeah, that was a fun few hours there we spent them on.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They treat you like gold in there too when you walk around and talk to people. And what's cool too, I saw some other people I know, like Greg Dawson. He races that 580 Nova out at Arc City, and he told me he planned on running all the events at Arc City this year. and which was great. And we also who else did you were running to? Guy bought Marvin's truck.
Oh, Barry Peter. Yep. Talked to Barry a little bit.
Yep.
We talked to the Harpers a little bit.
Yeah. Got to hang out with the Harpers. Saw Dave Dawkins and.
Yep. Saw Dave, Brian, and Shannon. Obviously, Nick because they work there.
Oh,
but just go-to guys that we always talk to in there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now we're into Sunday. We've already heard from Brandon Ash, and we know what them guys are up to.
Right on.
Yep. They're headed to Lights Out.
Lights Out, man. Golly. That'd be so cool to go to that. I need to go just to watch, go to that.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Yep. So our local guy, our local friend, racer, and all around badass Cameron, this popped up from Don Long a day or two ago. Cameron locked in for Lights Out 15, South Georgia Motorsports Park, February 22nd through the 25th. I'm just guessing, but he's probably running Radio versus the World with this car. Is this a Radio versus the World caliber car, right?
He's calling out Stevie Fast, is what I understand. So
that's a badass car. I mean, is it Pro 275 or limited drag radial? I don't know.
I think it's X 275.
Oh, is it X? Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
X 275.
Is it that slow?
No,
man.
Come
on now. For an X.
This thing is fast. Come on now.
Well, that's what I mean. Like that's an RVW car around here.
Oh well, yeah, but I think he's gonna rip in the 20s or faster this week. I know.
I think he's gonna run RVW. It's sleek in there.
I think so.
Yes.
I think he's locked in.
That's a badass car, man.
So I thought he was locked in for X, but you're right.
That car's no joke.
Oh, it is no joke. Yeah, it is no joke. But he's going to be a player in there. I'm excited for him. I sent him a couple messages telling him good luck on the side, and excited to see him go out there. So talk about Gary. This car is built for X275, and the local guy here runs the small tire stuff. But like this is probably his bucket race, right? I want to go to Georgia and play with the big boys, if you will. He's represents himself well there, and just talking about it for you, like what is your bucket list race? Like what race for you in the future would you want to go to peel out at?
That would have to be on the list. I don't know if it's realistic, but it's fun to think about. Like, I don't even know if it'd be competitive in anything, but just to go do that experience, you'd have to set aside the time, the vacation, which ain't a big deal, but you have to plan for it and plan for the money, plan for the trip. But I think like experience wise, it would be, I say that without ever, I've been there to watch, but to try to go race, I say that not ever doing it to race.
Sure.
You'd maybe think something else after you've done it and like, man, that sucked. That was this and that and the other, but you don't know until you do it.
Right.
But we know how big of an event it is. And I think Duck said he's going to see 200 or 250 cars.
Yeah.
It'd be a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it goes from what, Wednesday to Sunday or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But and to call something a bucket list, which it has to be a really big deal because we can go within a few hours of here and do anything anytime we want. Yeah. But when you like bucket list wise, it's a pretty big undertaking, I think, and that would qualify for that.
Yeah, I agree.
For
sure. It's like that one time you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, back in the day, before I had anything worth representing, I wanted to go to a World 4 Challenge race. When they were doing those back in the 2000s and that sort of thing, Chris Derrick, Jason Cohen, Mike Smith, all those hitters, Billy Glidden and Jim Summers. And we went all the time to watch and just never got on the track. But for me, bucket race would be a Georgia. Of course, I'd have to race. I couldn't fit X, my rule, my car. Actually, I could take that back. I just have to do a turbo swap and I would fit X just fine. But so I think for me, just going to, which I still got to race heavy hitters, is going down to the radio roundup in Ennis, Texas. Yeah, that's kind of like my new I can get to it type event where we go out of town, we spend 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and have a good time. But yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, and I seen Troy made a comment, and I was thinking before I seen that, like another bucket list deal, which I think would be equally bucketable, would be on the other side of the Mississippi at the streetcar nationals in Vegas.
Oh,
And,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, and with the streetcar and cruise the strip.
Oh, and cruise the strip.
And I know Troy's thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
and he said so here.
Yeah,
Streetcar
no,
nationals
that's a
Vegas
great one
and
as
cruise
well.
the strip. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I like that.
Right. Yeah,
Go out
I guess I've got two bucket lists, and they're on the opposite side of the country. So
there you go. Well, hey, just do one at a time. You just do one, and you can do the next one.
Oh man, there's no way you could pull off 2 of those in a year. Woo.
Yeah. No, that's great stuff. Well, we wish Cameron all the best. We hope we hear back, how it's going. We'll be watching as the week develops and root them on. So we looking for a good week.
And here's another thing from Duck. He says, listen, I'm a Ford guy, but if this sucker ain't in the top for best showing car, someone cheated him.
Yeah. Well, and when Donald sees it up close, he's going to know that's a true statement, And I'm lucky enough to be in and out of that car, just looking around it at his shop, and just stopping by. And that thing is so nice.
It's top notch.
Great job. Yep. And it runs just as good as it looks too. And that's awesome.
Alan did a amazing job building that car.
Oh, you bet. What color is that again? Right in front of you, Gary?
That's
what is that?
Oh, that's white primer.
Well, and I think it's in his little car nickname. What do they call that car?
Snow White. White. It's white. It really is white. Factory primer white.
Oh, it looks good, man. The zoomies
look good. It must be Go Fast white. Everybody I know that has a white car, they're fast.
Yeah, well,
maybe that's what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Hey, and we was talking about my painter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I know you want to change the color of the car.
Yeah.
He said, but I feel like it needs to be red again.
Ooh, is that
right? He's a red guy.
Yeah. And, now, not to say anything, but the car behind you, what color is it right now?
It's red with a black nose and a black hood and black hatch.
And what color was it before?
Red. Oh, it was. Oh, shut up! It was white. It used to be white. Well, maybe it needs to go back to white. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all them fast.
Brian Wise says white is right.
It is. Your car's white. Brian's was white. Cameron's is white.
Yeah.
And before I lose my thought, Brandon, Ash, you guys down there, Tony and them, Drew, take lots of pictures, post a lot of pictures, videos, or whatever, and just have a good time, have fun, keep us in the loop here with a bunch of fun stuff to see and videos and stuff. So please do that. Before we go further on some stuff, let me catch up on some comments before they get wild and out of hand.
Right on.
Jose. What's Jesse's? Jesse James says we need a slow no time class at the prep. You have to take that up with Nick. I see Nick Roberts is watching. I seen he was watching a little bit ago.
Cool.
That's for Nick.
There you go.
What's up, guys? Who is this? I'm gonna roll back here. Oh, that's Nick Roberts. There's Nick. Says, "What's up, guys?" Hey, Nick.
Good seeing you yesterday. Good hanging out. Place is packed.
Brian says, "Off the trailer, me and you, May 4th."
Who's he talking to?
Who's he calling that out on?
Is he talking to Chris Wilson?
Must be. Chris was commenting here. Jesse says the X record is 413. Isn't like another white car? Isn't White Rice the record holder?
I don't know if it's White Rice or if it's
or the Diesel.
Ron Rhodes. I'm not for sure.
Ron. Okay, one of them three: Ron Rhodes, the Diesel.
Yeah.
Milliken.
The blue
One of
diesel.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I'm not-
was Chris. Okay. You bringing a trailer? What kind of cuss is that?
I don't know what that means.
This Facebook user. Let me find this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Tracy. Tracy Lynn. She says there are a lot of badass cars locked into that race. Definitely worth going
Absolutely.
to see.
Well,
Yeah.
and what is it? Jared Johnson, is that his name? The white
Yep.
XP75 back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's back out.
KBX car. That thing's going to be a hitter too. Yeah. No,
This
that's
person
awesome.
here. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's an awesome car. This is Nick. Nick says I'm not a radio guy, and Lights Out is a bucket list. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
We should all caravan one of these days.
We should just go and walk around.
The one and only time I went was 2000. This race, the February race, 2011. So it's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I wish Clash of the Titans was still a thing, Jesse. Yeah, I think everybody wishes that. That was a cool deal.
Cool.
Mrs. Harper says, my friends Bob Coran and Sue Sokek will be racing at Lights Out in open comp. I probably butchered them names, but
that's all right. Bob and Joe.
Oh, they're from Ohio.
There you go.
Dars has done it. Yep.
There you go.
Watched Larry Larson and Bill Lutz do burnouts on Fremont years ago. Yeah.
Is that down in Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
White is right.
There you go.
Clayton says white with red pearl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's got a little pearl in it as well. You know, Kramer does great work. Yeah. That car's beautiful.
Barry Peter, tight-lipped Tony isn't telling anything.
I talking about Whitmore, right?
Must be.
Cool.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Man, I'm gonna use that. Golly, that was a good one.
Tight-lipped Tony. Yeah.
Oh. What's next?
Dun, dun, dun. Justin Heckman and Ultra Color.
Nice.
They was
beautiful.
Yep. They was working on that car when I went to pick up my truck 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. And Logan posted this today or yesterday. I forget.
It was yesterday.
Yep. It's got Justin all fixed up and ready for the season.
Yeah.
It's an awesome car. Super cool.
Ultra Color for the win. Now, Gary, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. If you remember right, what's the deal with all the paint, all the color down there? What's the difference?
It's Ultra.
There you go.
Am I right?
There you go.
Whoop, whoop. Ultra.
I like that. That's a deep voice. Nah, it looks good, man. I like the little Baron race, and that car is a killer right there. So
and that could be the first 3 second.
Oh yeah,
we could get radios on it.
399 car right here.
That could be
if you know what Foreman or Craven think about that, but it's one of those top tier cars, like they said last couple weeks back. So we'll see how it plays out. But definitely, he could get the belt for sure.
Yep, and we're talking about that. I see Tim Webb is watching, and Tim could be one also.
Yeah, he's got a little blue Malibu. Nice car. I think that's Benteen's, right? 418.
Yep.
So he's right in there with those fellas.
Yep. He can verify number, but if I remember like a 19, I think a 19 or 18.
Was it a 19? Okay, I was thinking it was an 18, but whatever. When you're going that fast, I mean,
we'll give it to him. 18, sure. But it was
19, 17. I mean,
but it was probably, and it was probably with a 113 60 foot.
Sure.
Because that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because you can. That's why.
Yeah.
At 180 plus.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we're just a few weeks from no prep, which kicks off the season.
Okay.
So then a few weeks after that, the heads up season kicks off.
Right.
My car is not going to make it.
Whoa.
It's getting updates and stuff. Your car is getting together. Is there any brand new car being put together that you know of that you're anxious to see?
Well, I mean, there's a few that I know getting put together.
Because somebody got rid of a vehicle. We've already mentioned them. and that person has acquired, and the person that got rid of it is building something new.
Right. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You want to?
Oh yeah,
we got some sneak peek photos of that deal.
Okay. Well,
you ready for that?
You talking about Mr. Marvin?
Marvin Jenkins, look at that.
Woo! That is beautiful.
Yep. That is
look at that. That is nice.
Automobile.
This is the first time I'm seeing this picture. That is very nice. Nitrous deal. Again, because Man, nice job, Marvin. I don't know I think you're on right now, man. That thing's gonna be a rocket ship. What color are you gonna paint that, Marvin? I know the truck was white.
Oh, come on.
But if you're on, let us know what color you're gonna paint that.
Yep. Give us a hint.
Right on.
Probably white. Everybody's cars will be white.
Here's
we got like 4 sneaky photos of it.
Really?
And there's one of them bottles in there. That's it'd be cool with a Pro Charger.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Let's see, is that got
all that carbon? Beautiful.
Room in that nose for a Pro Charger. Yeah, a lot of carbon work. The tubs back in there. Woo.
Yeah.
Nice work, Marvin.
What do you think's in the background? Is that his truck? Did you see that?
Right there.
Yeah, you see through.
Barry might be working on it in his shop. Or this might be an old picture. I don't know.
Yeah, that looks good.
Might have been before it was released to Barry.
Oh, I hear he answered our question, I think.
Oh, let me zip down here. Barry says yes.
No, all the way down.
All the way down.
Marvin.
Is this it?
No.
Oh.
There
Marvin,
you go.
Is that you? Let's see.
Ford dark metallic gray.
That is Marvin. Ford dark metallic gray.
Nice. That'll be really nice.
That looks slick.
Yeah, beautiful car, Marvin. I can't wait to see it out. And just super nice, super nice. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great looking car.
Mm-hmm.
Logan says, wait till you see the one that gets finished this week. I know what that is.
Oh, is there another one coming? Oh, do we have more pictures developing?
And then this guy says, I pick up my car this Thursday from Ultra Color.
I bet that's what Logan's talking about.
It is. Yes.
There you go.
I saw it in there last week too, or a week and a half ago, and I picked up my truck. Yeah.
Man, that car's nice. I hope we can get it ready for Texas. I know it's a long.
Yeah, me too.
Long haul, but that'll be fun.
What's Jesse got? Jesse says, fingers crossed I can debut at no prep with the new car and maybe switch it over for radio depending on how things go. Nice. Cool. Any chance you can tell us what it is, Jesse?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Tell us. Come on.
Right on.
Mine was supposed to be painted white. Who? Let me find out who this is. Oh, this is Nick. That's Nick. Nick Roberts. might not now. Huh?
All these white cars coming out.
Another white coupe.
Well, he knows what a white coupe looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Marvin. Says, thanks, fellas.
Heck yeah, man. Congratulations. That's a nice car.
Yeah.
Love to see it in person.
And this is Tracy Lynn. She says, anyone that wants to do reveal photos, let me know.
Oh, there you go. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Jesse says, soon enough, I can't keep it quiet too long. Well, if you wait too long, you won't have it no more. It'll already be gone. It'll already be shipped out.
That's funny.
Don't wait too long. Yep.
Cool.
Let's see. I think there's another.
What else you got?
Here's some hood and nose for Marvin. And then look at this. Wow. Look at that carbon in there.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nice stuff.
Very cool.
Got another comment here. Jesse says, truth. Everybody may not have it long. It'll be gone.
Yeah, he does. He turns them.
Yep. Yepper. We saw this. Oh, hang on. Let me catch this. Who is this? This is Nick Roberts. He told me already $20. I'll tell you what Jesse got. told him what he's got.
Okay. The word's out. Just needed Hot 20 to find out the info.
Nick knows what it is.
There you go.
Ah.
That's funny.
We saw today.
There you go.
Ozark is looking at the weather forecast next week.
Man, look at that. 68 degrees in February. I mean, come on.
Yep, Sunday, February 25th is looking like race weather to me. Who else is ready to test?
Ready to test. You got that right. Yep. The groundhog is coming true, man. That's awesome. 68 degrees in February and out there testing. That's great.
I've never had a car running in February.
Never?
No.
Come on now.
No, actually, no.
Yeah.
I'm not that good.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. You could be ready. You got a week.
Yeah. It's got a little bit more to do.
Yep. You could be ready.
Well, it's good seeing the Harpers at Mel Hamilton.
Yep. They were busy. They had
from them.
Yep. They had lots of flyers on their table, lots of events and flyers and stuff.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute.
Hey, come on, man. Nick, Jesse, and Nick. Yep. We've seen some activity and chatter from Kansas International Dragway a little bit.
Right.
Yep. And they posted up this deal that was really cool. He says this was Kenny. I assume this was Kenny. Kenny says, I've had a couple people approach me about this. We are all new racers once, and the thought of showing up at a test and tune to race your vehicle can be intimidating because of the amount of racers and spectators. We are considering having a driving school once a month for completely new racers, open on a Saturday afternoon. Go through things like burnouts, staging, tree operation, basic car control, and then let the folks make passes. Any thoughts or suggestions, or even if you folks think it's just a dumb idea? Well, I don't remember what day it was. I screenshotted this. There was 38 comments. I don't know how many there is now. I'm sure there's a ton more, but every one of those 38 comments were positive, but thought this was a really cool idea.
Right on.
To help out new people to kind of learn some ropes.
There you go.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if they incorporate this and do something with this. Be kind of neat.
See how it plays out. When I read this, it reminded me of Flip's story when he talked about how he staged with the back tires the first time he went out there. So, there's a place for that. So if they have some new people. Yeah.
I think my first Mustang I had, the 89 LX, it was a stick shift. And when you got junky street tires, you drive around the water box and then you back up a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I didn't take it out of R before I dumped the clutch. Dumped the clutch and backwards it went. And that was a bonehead move.
Yeah. Well, you had an R for race. Is that what was going on?
Yeah, it was in race gear. That's right.
For race. Yeah. Another thing, reading this right now, a good idea doing this for a new person would go over all the safety things.
Yes.
And the things you need for as far as safety.
Yep.
Just reading that right there. But
anyway. Yep. Kurt and Shelley says that's a great idea. It'd be kind of curious to see how many comments this deal has now, but this was a few days ago, or probably the day it was posted. And it was an hour after it was posted is when I screenshot that.
Especially like for juniors and stuff too, right? That'd be a good time to take those out and first time and all that stuff. This is
Craven. He says, I did it last year at Ozark and it was really cool. Cool.
There you go. There you go. Good feedback.
Had lots of cool information for new people.
That's good feedback. Good.
Who is this? Oh, this is Mark Westmoreland. He says, I hope that they do. We were all beginners once.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. It's a cool idea. And we saw that our buddy JR Sandlin.
Yay, JR.
Yep. JR is Big Tire sponsor at Kansas International Dragway. We would like to welcome Sandlin Iron and Metal as our Big Tire heads-up sponsor for the 2024 season. The Sandlin family have always been huge in supporting motorsports in our communities. Thank you for your support of Kansas International Dragway for our 60th anniversary season. Sandlin Iron and Metal.
Right on, right on.
And he is a Big Tire sponsor at Matt as well.
Yeah, JR's got the Big Tire on lock.
Yep, and he's got Big Tire supporter on lock. He's always supporting the Big Tire.
Yeah, no doubt. That's good.
Yep. And another sponsor, Wichita Dyno, Chris Levitt. Chris is a part sponsor at MAD. Mm-hmm. Chris is also, this doesn't say specific to a class or nothing, but he's a sponsor of the track. Welcome, Wichita Dyno, to the Kid family. Want to get your car tuned and ready for the 2024 season? Go see the experts at Wichita Dyno. Thank you for your support of Kansas International Dragway. Chris Levitt, Wichita Dyno. I've known Chris since shortly after I moved here, and he's like Batman. He's around, but you don't see him.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you'll see him helping somebody at the track tune.
Yeah.
Or maybe racing his thing. Yeah. But like, I think if he's awake, he's working.
Oh yeah. He's definitely that guy.
Yeah. He's not out goofing off. He's working. Yeah. He's tuning somebody's stuff.
Yeah.
He's supporting the tracks on both ends down there and Mad and Kid now. So
yeah.
He's a working machine, works, is very busy in his shop, and is a great supporter.
Yeah. Yeah. A few years back, probably 4 now, I was lucky enough to get on a track rental with him. He needed another person. He was doing a Big Tire car from Nebraska. And so that worked out perfect for me because I was doing some things with the new converter for Marty. And so we were able to do that. So yeah, love me some Chris.
Yep.
Cool.
And Kansas International Dragway small tire dates. And this big white box that has August 24th. This is August 24th will be our Heads Up Series Wally race. Our series will have Wallies for all classes, small tire, big tire, 470, 580, 650, and 750. And I made that a big box like that with that date because it's a Wally race and everybody wants a Wally.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, and that's the date for that. And the other dates are April 20th, June 29th, July 12th and 13th is Summer Nationals, if it don't get changed again. And August 24th is the Wally.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to miss that April 20th one, just the way it worked out, but that's all right.
Yep. That's we'll be in Texas. Rooms are reserved. We're ready. Catch up on a couple comments here.
Yeah. I like Chris Wilson's comment.
Facebook user, who is this? I hope that they do. Okay, that was Mark. Yep.
Yeah.
Curtin Shelley says we need to make sure the next generation has some help stepping in. Yep, that's right. And we got to support the tracks every way we can so that that generation they do have a place to go.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Harper says the driving school usually does well in a populated metro area.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it sounds like Craven did well with it too, so that's good stuff.
Yeah. Chris Wilson says, Brian Wise, you better hit that class.
What's that about? Huh?
The driving class.
He's calling out Brian Wise there.
Man.
Off the trailer. He wants to make sure he's ready, sending him to class.
Dang.
Oh, Chris probably paid for it. Brian, going over there. That's good stuff right there. That's funny.
And Shelly and Kurt says, Chris is a badass. We're talking about Chris Levitt.
You bet.
Chris Wilson, you are too, okay? Since your name's Chris.
Yep, all the Chris's.
Because we got some stuff that involves Chris Wilson here after a bit too.
You bet.
Ooh, I'm gonna go back here. All right. Oh, another comment popped in here. Damn. Flying H, that place is going to open sometime in April, I think. So they posted, they've been working.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, this was January 11th. They was tower constructing in the snow, in the cold. That was that part of that cold spell we had here a while back. But
it was like 0 degrees. I see snow on the ground. About that January 11th. Yep, that was that time frame.
That was January 11th. And here, this was 4 days ago. More steel. Yep, it's taking shape.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Build update. The roof is on the tower. They had some more. I didn't catch that, but
no, that's great. It's nice to see that coming along, and it's going to open in April, right? Is that what they're saying?
I think so. I don't remember. I remember Brian Wise talking about the date, and he's going to be there the date that opens. It might be like a streetcar takeover event of some sort, but Brian, well,
that's in Kansas City, so that's his town. There better be O'Reilly's everywhere around that track.
Right. O'Reilly should put a little shop right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stock it up.
Perfect.
This was today also. The concrete has been poured in front of the grandstands. We can't wait for everyone to fill these seats and enjoy some racing this summer.
That's cool.
The grandstands, some concrete. And then they had this is from like February 2nd, so a few weeks ago.
Sure.
Some paint on the starting line, paint stripes, lots and lots of concrete way down the track there.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. You gonna go over there and race?
Yeah, if they got something for me and we're available that weekend, I just have to see what's going on and all the rules. I mean, we're always up for a new track. Check it out.
Yep. Well, the comment, let's catch this. Oh, here it is. Shannon says April 12th and 13th, opening of Flying H. Cool.
There you go.
Okay. That's a week before we go to Texas.
Yeah. That's good.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you want to talk about some new stuff that developed?
Let's talk about what Arc City's got going on.
Arc City, they got some stuff going on.
Yeah. We were over there, saw them yesterday at Mel Hamilton, had a good talk with them and see all the things going on. What a difference a year makes, right? Gary, you and I got invited to a little pre-meeting, from Chris Maybauer, and got to meet the Harpers. This is back in January a year ago.
Hard to believe it's been a year already, right?
And Gary, Mr. Harper, stood up there and he just said, "Hey, just give me a chance," and that's what I remember. And he said, "I'll prep the track and we'll get it turned around." And everything he said that night has come true, in my opinion. And so, yeah, it was great to see him again. What a difference a year makes. Got to talk to him a little bit, but I do have some questions about some of these classes. We have to talk about once we get them up. And but yeah, we'll see. What's your next picture?
You mentioned the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two different things going on.
Okay.
There's the one thing that Chris Wilson was involved in. And there's another thing that another guy got involved in. If you,
sure,
I don't know if you want his name. If he wanted his name, you might know that.
It's all good.
If he wanted his name, but anyway, there was a drag and drive deal, style class, and a truck deal.
Right.
Which one do you want to look at?
Let's look at the truck first, because I was looking at these rules, I got this nice little flyer.
Bam.
And,
there they are.
Got it yesterday. There you are. And I'm reading through this. It looks like it's an index class. Did you see that?
10 seconds and slower.
So I didn't know that, that it was an index class until I read this. And but maybe we can bring Harper on. He can talk to us about it sometime, if he ain't busy. He's usually busy.
I don't think he's busy right now.
You don't think he's busy right now?
I don't think he's busy right now.
Well, maybe call him up.
Ring, ring. Hey,
what's
he's right
up? There. Man, he's like
what's going on?
He's like Chris Lovett. Batman just showed up. Man.
There he is.
I can't hear. He came coming through here. Doing good, guys. How are you?
Doing
good.
Well. Thanks for coming on.
Hear you.
Stereo down.
Yeah, we hear you good.
Yeah, there's definitely a few things going on. We're having a little bit of an audio issue on my end, but we're gaining. Yeah, you guys obviously pulled up our new truck class.
Yep.
Hang on just a second. Is there a way to turn the computer up? Turn the computer up. We had a microphone set up with headsets, but the headset ain't working.
Uh-oh.
You know, my typical. I got something always not working right.
We hear you great. If you can hear us, we
Yeah.
hear you.
It's talk to me real quick.
We hear you good now.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear me great, but I can't hear nothing through here.
Try it again.
Try again.
Got you
Hello.
loud.
Yeah, I can't hear. Yeah, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I'll just run it through the regular speaker on the computer. We'll be all right.
Okay.
So Brian Wise obviously was interested in truck class. We talked about that last season, and we were trying to come up with something cool for the street-driven fast pickup truck. We did decide on these rules after talking to a couple of people. Chris Wilson reached out to us because Brian prodded him and poked him and said, "Hey, come help these guys. Let's put this class together." So Chris and Skyview Race Cars out of Tulsa decided to jump in as the title sponsors for it. We're going to give it a shot on the May race. If it works and we got a good feedback and it's working, like we think it should, then we'll go ahead and move forward with it and, make it part of the heads up series on a regular basis. So it's, it's a pretty good deal. So I think it'll work for sure.
Well, and this is just a testament, from just us talking here, the podcast, bringing the community together, from the comments, it was brought up, let's do this, the track listened, they was able to grab a little bit of money. And so I hope it does well. This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's, what we had discussed was trying to make sure that we, didn't alienate anybody. There was a lot of talk. It was, do we do no roll cage? Because we thought, well, if you don't have a roll cage, then it's probably a street truck. Well, then we started looking at, there's several drag and drive guys, the S10s and full-size pickups that are making this drag and drive thing, and whether they run in the index classes or, they're running in some of those daily driver type classes. We thought, again, don't want to alienate anybody, so we decided to do the 10.0 cutoff. Part of the reason why the 10.0 is the cutoff is the aftermarket pickup trucks can run to 10 flat with all the airbags and stuff without a roll bar. So that's why the natural progression for the 10.0 is the cutoff, because a guy like Brian can run his truck with all the factory airbags hooked up. It's a legal beagle deal. We don't have to worry about, having to have a roll bar in it or something like that. So the format's going to be pretty simple. It's also going to be the same for the drag and drive class, which we'll be talking about later. But essentially, we're going to start the day with these two categories. So we'll basically bring them up at start of the day, whether it's a 10 a.m. start, noon start, that type of thing. They'll be the first ones to go down the racetrack. They're going to make a pull. We're going to take everybody that comes off the racetrack, and within 15 minutes, we're leaving for a 25-mile cruise. So there is going to be a time trial or a qualifying pass, as we'll call it. You're going to make a hit down the track. You're going to come back, and within 15 minutes, we're leaving to go to this drive. And then when we come back from the drive, you're going straight to the staging lanes, and we're going to run a second pass. So the pickup truck class is basically completely laid out the way it is on the sheet. The car class is definitely going to have a few changes. What we're looking at there is same scenario. It's going to be a one qualifying pass. We're going to actually turn the scoreboards off. And the reason why we're doing that is because this is going to be a floating selection of cars, looking for the cars that are running the tightest as far as a class count together. So we're going to take like the Fast 8 will run in one category, and then we're going to take another chunk of cars, depending on how many we get, will run in the second batch. How many of us all remember the old Pinks All Out days when they would take the 11-second cars or the 10-second cars, the 9-second cars? They wanted the 16 closest indexed car or qualified cars together. So we're going to do something like that, similar, just for this first time to try it out, to see how it's going to go. Because the problem is we don't want it. When we originally drew these rules up, it was everybody run together. Well, let's face it, that lasts about 1 week. And then the guy that's just killing everybody and he's, got the field covered by 3 seconds is going to drive away with the thing. And we want to see it succeed. So we thought if we offered more than one option, not necessarily an A field and a B field, but hey, these are the closest 8 together. They're going to be the fast guys. And then maybe the next 8. It depends on what the car count is. And we won't make any of those final decisions till we basically have a driver's meeting before the first qualifying pass. We'll have all the rules laid out. We've created a pretty good deal. Cliff Akins and me and John Moggins and a couple other guys have kind of looked at this deal and thought there's a need for it. I'm always looking to add classes. I'm always looking to add racers. I'm always looking to think outside the box. When we came here last year, we had a goal and a vision, which was to try to build upon what was here and try to make these programs sustainable. One of the things that we like to do was the radial racing stuff, but we obviously know that it's expensive and it's hard to get enough marketing money to cover the thing. Well, I'll be honest, we've done great this year. You guys' participation in the program and trying to get it out there and get the notarized. We've gotten a lot of people queued in on the deal, so we wanted to and got it sponsored. We want to basically be able to expand, and the way we're going to expand is going to be truck classes. We've even looked at front wheel drive classes. We've looked at the drag and drive stuff. Anything that we can do that adds a little bit more to that race day and gives a little bit more people an opportunity to come out and enjoy the facility and a few more butts in the seats to watch it would be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
That's great news. That's great news.
So let me go over I'm like Gary, got to put my glasses on. Can't see nothing anymore.
No, that's right.
That's okay. So basically on May 4th, we've got our street truck classes and then we've got we've got the hang on a second. I lost my spot already. Chris Wilson and Skyview Race Cars are going to be our marketing partners for that endeavor. And again, if it goes well on the May 4th event, then look to see that added to our October 19th event. The Drag and Drive class, it's Jordan Associates is going to be our main title sponsor for it. And that classes are going to have custom trophies by Travis Wise, and his company is Revved Up Custom Laser Works. So they're going to do some really badass one-off trophies. I'll be winner and runner-up. We're going to do 2 categories worth. And like I said, guys, if we end up with 60 cars, then we're not going to just run, 16 cars race and everybody else is screwed. We'll expand those to make them fair. We just want to make sure that we don't have a winner-take-all situation. So there'll be some money, there'll be some prizes and some things. We'll go over some of that. I think what's going to end up happening is basically going to be a participation base. The makeup of 9 cars looks totally different than if we get 50 cars. So we'll just have to look and see what that happens. We'll have a driver's meeting first thing, and that'll discuss that. Both of these categories will be $100 entry fee. And like I said, there'll be some money paid back in these categories. So it's not a winner take all situation. A couple of other things that I want to go over real quick that's been up and coming and brewing. Hauling assets. Obviously, Mr. Clayton, he stepped up big time for you guys for small tire, and he's going to also do a $200 low qualifier bonus award, just like you guys had last season. So for the number 1 qualifier. There you go. So
There it is.
that's going to be your number one qualifier award, which is fantastic. It's awesome to see. I'm glad. Kind of wish there were days when I had some help out there, but the same token, he's got a great business going now. So, happy that he's able to make that work. So, I'm going to blast through this real quick. I've got just a quick list. Again, Holland Assets is going to do our $200 low qualifier bonus award. On top of the other sponsorship that he did to help with the second chance race. So that's fantastic. We've got Garfield Furniture down in Enid. They have stepped up in a big way to not only be a marketing partner for our small tire series, but something that he's done for us. And Gary's going to be unveiling it here in the next day or so. But we have a big, huge 4-burner barbecue grill, or I guess it would be not a barbecue grill, but a grilling grill. It's made by Halo. This was like an $1,100 unit that we're going to be raffling off as the year goes on. The proceeds are going to go towards our bracket team to go to ET finals. But I just thought it was a great opportunity for them to get a little exposure tonight, and they're helping us with not only the small tire stuff, and quite honestly, he's going to be the title sponsor for our limited drag radial class next year. So awesome. Thanks to Garfield Furniture, Josh is killing it for us down there. But we also have that grill. So anybody that's looking to do a grill for their backyard, we'll have tickets for sale this year. We're going to do a limited run on tickets, so it won't be one of those deals that has to last forever. Hopefully we can raffle that sucker off by May, and you can use it all summer long. Yeah, well, it'll be a waffle because we got to discuss it that way. Sure. Obviously, I heard you guys mention Chris at Wichita Dino. He has continued his support of Mid America's program, Luxury Lawn and Landscape. We wish them boys good luck at the old the race this weekend. That's a pretty cool, fun event. I used to go down there with one of the guys from Ohio. He always used to run open comp, and Joe Socek. We went there a couple of years with him, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great race. Booker's Transmission, Sandlin Iron and Metal, a new marketing partner for us this year, Iron Cross Construction. That's Will O'Neill, so he's going to be involved in that program. Obviously, Flip-O-Matic Transmission, Ultra Color Collision, the fine folks at Neil Chance Converter, and then I got a few guys that we want to mention that help. Bobby Stahl and Steve Baker with their 470 class. There's a lot of people that don't understand, but that 470 class is 100% sponsored. They take care of all of their payouts. And everybody that pays for an entry fee to 470, that goes directly into the tracks coffers to help pay for glue and the lights and that kind of stuff. So the guys that are running 470, 100% are supporting this series, and we'd love to have them along for sure. So we've got Acme Dock Specialties. We've got the Sonic Drive-Ins, Rick Menard that owns those stores. Smart Choice Powertrain. We've got Grade A Detailing, and of course, Stahlbaker Racing. So those guys have really come to the plate again to help us with the 470 class. And it's tough. We know that there's marketing partners out there that would love to see the money go directly to the racer, and most of the money that we bring in eventually ends up going directly to the racer. That's just how it works. I mean, you got to have a certain amount of money to pay the regular bills, but we've been very fortunate this year to have a lot of support for this series, so I appreciate it from you guys. It's helped us out a bunch. One cool thing is I am going to Iowa this week to pick up our new track scraper. So Rick Pitzer, who was on your page earlier tonight as Scooter Rick, has built us a zero-turn track scraper. So cool. I will have a zero-turn track scraper like the big boys have. So now taking care of that racetrack. We always used to do it by hand. It's miserable. I'm glad to now have a piece of equipment that will allow us to go in there and get that done, because it is a ton of work. Nice. So we really appreciate Rick stepping up and helping us out, and he sponsors a lot of the racetracks. He does a lot of things for Eddyville Raceway, I-29 up in Iowa. He does us. He sponsored our high school class last year. He's just a great racer, and the guys do a great job. Him and his wife both. So,
Hey, Gary. Hey,
yeah,
when you get that piece of equipment, send us a picture of it.
Yeah.
you can come out and use it. I'll video you.
Oh,
I mean, I like that better.
That might
Absolutely.
I want a picture first.
Okay, well,
Hey,
I'll let you take a picture.
You've seen my car. I'll just tear it apart.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
So there's a really funny story behind this. So when we started this deal, I had purchased through through Dan Wilson Racing, when I was running the track in Iowa. We'd purchased this John Deere mower, and we were talking about building a scraper out of it 3 years ago. And when Rick decided he was going to help us with this, I said, well, I know where there's a mower. I said, Dan Wilson probably still has that mower. So he calls Dan, he works a deal, he buys the mower, he brings it to the house, he gets it all done. So I'm like, great, we got this, great mower, and it's all fine and dandy. So then I'm showing it to Rocky and Darcy Randall, who recently purchased Grouse Valley equipment, and they are a Hustler dealer. And they said, how could you do that to us? How could you build that out of a John Deere? And I said, well, I don't have a Hustler. And they made me a smoking deal on a Hustler. So we went down, we picked up the Hustler. I'm actually going to Iowa, picking up the John Deere, bringing it back, using it for the no prep race, and taking it back to Iowa. And I'm picking up our brand new Hustler version to bring it down. So we'll actually have a Hustler version down here. And I-29 is going to end up with the John Deere mower that I got. So it's pretty cool. And both tracks are going to win at this point because Rick's offered to do both of them. So
there you go.
Awesome.
Hey, Harper,
yeah.
Got a quick question. Real quick, staying with these new classes. So the street truck and the drag and drive, you said both of them are a cruise. So in your mind, talk me through that. How do you vision that going?
So the vision is going to be, we're basically going to get these guys lined up. We'll have a lead car that will be the leader. We're going to go the back way to the casino. We're going to go through, and I don't know all the route. It's 10 to 77 out to the casino and back. It's 11.2 miles, something like that. So it'd be basically a 25-ish mile trip. And they'll basically pick up a ticket when they're there. That shows that they made it to there, and it'll basically be a car in the front and a car in the back to make sure that nobody gets out of line or does anything silly and doesn't need help. We don't want to send somebody out there that far and all of a sudden we got an issue with somebody. So we'll have a support vehicle in the rear and a leader in the front. Cliff's going to take care of all that. He's bringing in a couple of volunteers that really want to see this deal go. So he'll take care of that part of it. And then when they get back to the racetrack, they're mine. So that's kind of how we're seeing it. And then basically, as far as the truck stuff, it's an all-run field. The car stuff will be split into a minimum of 2 classes. And we just don't know what that breakdown is going to look like. We know it's probably going to be a top 8 and then, or some form of that. We don't want to do odd numbers if we can help it. We talked about today, if 9 cars showed up and that's all that showed up, it's an all-run field. But I'm hoping to be in the 30s to 40s for numbers. So if that's the case, we'll break it down however we feel like it's necessary. So they'll make 2 qualifying runs, and then whoever gets paired up in the classes, it'll be a chip draw. So we'll go for a chip draw, pull them in, run them. Winner comes back, loser goes home. So, and then if we do 2 classes on the car deal, and there's an abundant number of guys that did not get selected for one of these classes, they either have the option to jump into one of the index classes that's going to be running that day, or they can just get at the back of the line and make some time trials. It's one of those deals that we're going to do, and it's both classes are going to be competing in a quarter mile deal. So should be fun.
Yeah, well, that just answered that question. So it's quarter mile, right?
Yeah.
Yep. This is Chris Padgett asking this if the drag and drive class is 8th mile, but you just cleared that up.
Well,
we're going to go ahead and do quarter mile, and here's why. We spent a bunch of time and effort getting our shutdown area, kind of all those problem areas fixed, and the return road will be fixed by the time we get to that event. So it shouldn't be no issue. Now, all of a sudden, if, we the top 8 guys show up, and we've got a bunch of 4-second cars, which we shouldn't have. But if something should happen in that scenario, and we wanted to make the Fast 8 an 8th mile version, we could. Flexible guys. We got to be flexible. You can't expect to try to build these classes and be super rigid. I know everybody wants a rules package because they're trying to figure out where they fit in. Until we know what we're working with, it's really kind of tough to do that, and nobody can tell me. I mean, this is a brand new gig, so we're just looking to try to keep with what the standard drag and drive stuff. Quarter mile was where it was at, and we knew for a fact the truck was going to go quarter, so I was already going to be prepping to quarter mile. Might as well go ahead and run the cars to quarter mile.
Yep. Okay. And the rules, this is the truck deal, DOT street truck rules. Contested quarter mile is the first bullet right there.
Correct.
On the drag and drive rules, it says 8th mile.
Again, and we're probably going to go ahead and change that to quarter for now. And again, we can play with that when we get there. I mean, we're trying to get. This all came together Thursday, and then it was a phone call Friday, and then it was get it on paper so we could get something. And then as soon as we put it on paper, we went, I'm going to like that, but it's already printed. So it's like, so like I said, we may get to this deal, and before we make a single run, we take a driver vote, and they say, no, we feel more comfortable running 8th mile. 8th mile it is. But the trucks are definitely going quarter mile because all the trucks have already been quarter mile and never had an issue. So. Right. That's kind of where we're at on that deal.
No, that's fine. Let's go back to that truck class for a second, Gary. That truck flyer.
Yep.
So this is not me asking the question. These are people that message because we put this out there on Facebook. But they did say it was a 10-0 index class, and
you can run. It's a heads up class. Nobody goes quicker than 10 flat. You want to call it an index class? Call it an index class. We're not all trying to run 10 flat. It's just we got to have a cap somewhere.
No, and the follow-up question was, but no station wagons, right? No tailgates Correct. Or something like that. Okay.
No, it's not a tailgate class. It is a pickup truck with a pickup bed. No Blazers, Broncos, any of that, because then that kind of leads to the station wagon thing. And unfortunately, the marketing partners that I have involved. Specifically, we wanted to build a truck class. So that's what we got. It's pickup.
No, that's fine.
Yep.
And so like an El Camino is in that. Is that fair?
We're getting
thin hairs there. Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Hairs. Yeah.
I would say that's not going to work for me. It's going to have to be if I need to list it out, that it has to be an S10. We can go through there and make it all of the what was factory pickup trucks. But it's a truck class.
Well, we appreciate you putting this together on such short notice. This all came through just conversations, and hey, wouldn't it be cool if? And appreciate Chris and the team stepping up and putting some money up for the truck class, and we'll see how it goes. And you guys, sticking your, saying, okay, let's give it a shot. We'll see what happens. And especially with the drag and drive with yourself and Cliff and Johnny and everything coming to the table. I know those meetings are tough. And so let's just.
And the problem is, you really, it would be cool as hell to just do every man for himself. But, you're trying to look for something that has longevity. I'd like to think I'm a young man at 51 years old. I want to do this for the next 20 years, and I got to find something that's going to make this a sustainable deal. You guys mentioned the driving school deal tonight. We did those for years in Ohio, and I know I-29 up in Iowa is basically they announced the same exact program almost word for word about 2 weeks ago, and they're trying to do the same thing. We're all looking for that next racer. Where are we going to find the next racer? Because juniors are great, but there's 20 of them, and I need to replace 40 old guys that are getting out. So anytime we can be of service, and we've reached out to a lot of people and said, hey, if you're a newbie and they call and you get the phone call, what do I need to come out to the track? Do me a favor. What kind of car is it? Okay, yeah, you're probably going to need a helmet, but that's probably it. Bring it out. We'll run it through tech. There's been several times on Friday nights we've literally, I've gotten in cars and rode down the racetrack, and this is where you turn off, and this is where you get your time slip, and this is what you're expected, and this is the tire you're on, so these are the lanes you're going to line up, and same similar scenario, and it works. I mean, that program helps. So anything that we can do, and if anybody that runs into somebody along the way in their day-to-day that starts talking about drag racing and everybody's freaked out about, well, I'd like to try that, but I don't know how, reach out. We would definitely be willing to help as well. So anything we can do to create new racers, we're all in.
Right. And so the drag and drive, it does, I mean, you mentioned, 4-second cars, but it doesn't matter. There's no, you can go, there's no cap, right?
There's no ET break on that. That's why we decided to make 2 classes, because it's a drag and drive class, but it's basically true street. It's going to have to be a deal. And we will have a new set of rules all typed out so that you guys can have them for next week or in the weeks to come, so that it'll be out there. We do want them on a DOT tire because I don't want somebody trying to drive out on the street with slicks and create that problem.
Sure.
So it's going to have to be a DOT tire. You're not going to have time to change tires. We will give you, after the first time trial, you'll have basically, if you're one of the first guys on the racetrack, you'll have about 10 minutes to get back to the pits. If you need to put a different tune in it or whatever to go drive the drive, that's your one shot to fill the fuel up and do whatever you need to do. And after that, you're done. You're going on the drive and you're going right back to the staging lanes when you're done. So again, in the spirit of what it's about, let's keep that in mind. Anytime that we're racing and it's competitive, there's going to be that guy. And I hate to say it, guys, when I was drag racing, I was that guy. I bent every rule that I could bend and twist to get to my advantage, and so, let's keep the spirit of it. We're here to have fun. It's a different thing, and we will adjust. And I am constantly adjusting things, not when it comes to the hard rules, but on classes like this. Hey, this is the way we're going to do it today because this is the way it's posted. Do we need to adjust it for October 19th? Absolutely. These will be the adjustments we make. And who knows, maybe someday we'll end up bringing in, some different things to some of these classes. But to get them off the ground, this I think is a good starting point.
What is the track prep going to be like for the truck and drag and drive?
So basically, we're going to radio prep the night before. So I haven't had any issues at all. It'll basically be radio prepped, and then I'll come out and we'll touch it up, and then those guys will all run. And then while they're out running around driving, I'll go out and put the Mac Daddy deal on it, and then we'll go right into our small tire or the heads up bikes, the no bar bikes. Then you guys in our normal program like we have been. The theory would be if we started with them and then we end with them on one session, that would be the key, is if we could get all of them down the track on their drive and back and in the staging lanes just about the time we're done with the rotation. Then we would run them at the end of the rotation, go out, prep the track again, and bring you guys up for qualifier number 2. And it would essentially be ready for them to go into first round after their chip draw. So we'll have the run order and all that, because we're still with PMRA motorcycles. Chad's bringing his group back to compete the same 3 races that you guys are. So we'll have a real good breakdown on cars and trucks and all the stuff mixed, but basically it'll be the same basic run order we ran last year, but with this truck and drag and drive class in the front half of it. So I would say they're going to be on a better racetrack than they run on any other time of the year.
Yeah,
Cool.
I agree.
And where else can you go testing and make a guaranteed 4 hits on a $100 radio prep racetrack? Nowhere.
Right.
Not normally anyway. So
Right.
that was kind of the theory too, is, by letting them make some runs and getting them down the track and have some fun. And then if they got beat and they wanted to get in line, you can make another pull.
Right.
So
Yeah, if you
Awesome.
play your cards right, you'll get a little handmade trophy. So that's awesome.
absolutely. And like I said, if anybody along the way has a comment, hey, it'd be cool if, bring it to me. I don't need to hear I need a weight break if I have a green pickup truck that weighs, 5,700 pounds and, it's got a white stripe or, what, I mean, if they're realistic let's look at it. Anything's worth talking about. So
Sure.
I tell everybody I'm flexible until I have to prove it, and then I'm not very flexible anymore.
So
As
both of
far
these
as-
are chip draws and then pro ladder.
We haven't even decided that. We were thinking it was probably gonna be a chip draw every round.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Just do it. It'll be basically a left lane, right lane chip in each bag for each round. So,
Okay.
there'll be 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s. We'll tell you what lane you're in. We'll tell you what pair you are, and get up there and go. And I think that's the way we're going to do this for the first couple of. If we decide that, man, it's a lot of work doing all these chip draws, then we're going to go ahead and do this other deal. But we've got Titans of 10-5 coming, so we're going to get used to that chip draw here real quick. So, and we do it for our juniors every single race. So chip draw is really not that scary to me anymore. We get through it pretty quickly.
Cool.
And if any, like I said, you got guys on here watching. Anybody that has a class idea, wants to add to something, wants to maybe throw something together, would like to talk about something. I mean, honestly, the truck class deal was a what if. And 4 days later, here we are. We have a class. We have marketing partners for it. We have a rule set, and we're going for it. So, I mean, it can happen that quick. We're willing to listen.
We appreciate that. Appreciate you coming on. Putnam, do you have anything else for Mr. Harper?
Nope, just a
No,
funny
not really.
quote. Keith Lopez. Keith Lopez wants to know if no wagon deal was Wise's idea. That's one way to not get beat again.
Oh, I see. I know where that's coming from.
Yeah, there was definitely an exclusion for a certain colored 6-cylinder wagon. Yes, that was definitely on the rule book when we thought about it.
Yeah, no 6-cylinder turbo wagon. So,
well, I think it's awesome. He can bring that out anytime, Keith. I love that thing.
Yeah.
So, no, guys, I think we're good. We'll check in here in the next few weeks when things start going. Testing. We are, I know Craven's looking to do some testing. Weather is fantastic. I got a funny feeling we're going to get one more ugly before it gets better. And we're kind of riding that out. We're thinking probably by the first week to second week of March, we'll be looking to do some stuff here. So next weekend, the weather holds and it doesn't look like anything's nasty in the forecast, we'll go out, we'll test our new scraper, we'll get the whole thing re-scraped. I got a few things that we're going to do with some grinders and some planers to get rid of some high spots and clean up a couple of little things on the racetrack. And we'll do those, and then we'll get all the sensors put back in. Our timing system is back from AccuTime. We took that to that meeting we went to in St. Louis. We got both computers updated with all the latest and greatest. So we are looking forward to a good season this year.
Oh, that sounds fantastic, man. Sounds like the ducks are in a row. New equipment.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, like you guys talked about meeting last year, and it was that meeting actually happened in November, and then I had the big issue with trying to get a house here, and I didn't get here till February, and then it was like I hit the ground, and immediately we had to go do the NHRA meeting, and things have just. I chased my tail till about midsummer, and then it finally started feeling like it was all starting to come together, and I think we're starting out in a great spot this year. So we're just going to keep heads down and moving forward and looking for some 3-second passes this year.
You got that right. Well, we're glad you're here for real. And we appreciate you coming on tonight and talking about it, and we'll keep everybody posted.
Perfect. Yep. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Harper.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That was nice, man. Coming on, talking about that, cleared up a couple things, and just a shout out to them. You know what I mean? It's like we talked about before, Gary, where, it came up on the comments, hey, let's do the truck class, and what can we do to put that together? So it just shows that the managers down there are listening, and like they just want cars to come out. So I saw Jesse James too talking about a no time class, and heads up, if something can come together, put a meeting together with the Harpers, they're willing to listen and see what can happen. Yep. So that's good stuff there. So, I'm excited.
He says he would love to add a no-time shootout to the heads-up series. That might be something he can talk to them about sometime.
Yeah. I'll be interesting too to see how this plays out. So just staying with us, the truck class is one class. And of course, no wagons, which I see the jokes going around with Brian and Chris and
Chris
Keith. But
you see this real quick?
Yeah.
Chris is gonna pick up for Brian. Keith, that was my rule. No offense, man. That's all in fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Lines out of somewhere.
But the Dragon Drive or the True Street, I don't know how they're going to name that, but it sounds like those will be 2 classes. And so we'll see if there's enough cars, which is great. This is great. So a chip draws all the way around and see how it plays out. I like how they want to be flexible too. Hey, let's try it for this first event, you know, see what happens. Let's call an audible if we have to for the October event, you know. That's awesome.
Yeah.
See how it plays out. Love the energy. Appreciate Cliff spearheading that, going to Harper and making this happen. So shout out to all those cats.
Yep. And Cliff says wagons are welcome in True Street event.
Yeah, that's true, man. Oh, there you go. Mr. Keith, run over there with Cliff and those cats. That'd be some fun racing right there, you know, and definitely for sure. All right.
Yep. That'll be cool to see them 2 classes come together on May 4th.
Agree.
They'll probably continue on that. You know, they'll probably be a pretty popular deal. It'll be a lot of fun. Everybody will enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah. Since we was just talking about Dragon Drive stuff.
Yeah.
Let me throw this out because as hot as that stuff is, okay, the Dragon Drive stuff, Drag Week type stuff, all that kind of stuff. This is Michael Narks and Eric White. We've mentioned them before, and this fits now with the Dragon Drive stuff, the class down there.
Right.
Michael even had reached out to you and made a few comments to you about the Dragon Drive deal in this class. So if that's a thing that you like and you're interested in, maybe you do or do not know about this, but Michael Narks and Eric White, they've got this is their YouTube channel and their Facebook group. It's the same name. It's Drag Drive Repeat. Their YouTube channel, they have like every Wednesday night at 8:00, they have an hour long session talking like we're doing here. We talk about some all tire stuff. They're in the Dragon Drive talk. They've got a Facebook group for the same, tons of information, tons of awesome cars, awesome people. Check out their pages, subscribe to their YouTube channel, good information. They're going to, it sounds like he's going to be maybe at Arc City sometime to support the deal or maybe look around, poke around.
That's what he said. As soon as we posted this on our Facebook, 3 minutes later, he messaged me and asked a couple quick questions. And then what I thought was cool was he said he's going to talk about the Arc City Dragon Drive event on his next podcast. And so just getting that love from them guys. And so we appreciate that. He actually said he was going to try to make it to the event as well. So I watched that podcast as well with Michael and Eric, and they do a great job. And so it's good to see that love from them. Yep.
And this is their Facebook profiles. It's Michael Narks, Eric White. Like their, follow them, like whatever. You'll get a lot of information from them guys. Some pretty fun stuff to talk about. They bring on different Dragon Drive people and talk with them, and it's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, right on. Good plug.
Yeah. We got a little bit more mad stuff here to look at.
All right, let's do it.
And I'm going to find my order here because March 16th is the No Prep.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Got my flyer right here. There it is.
There's Mid-America Showdown, Saturday, March 16th. I kind of chopped this thing up a little bit so you can see the classes real good. Small tire, big tire, True Street, daily driver, tailgate. Index classes 750, 650, 580. The 16th. General admission, $15. That's a bargain for some no prep entertainment that you're likely going to see.
Yes.
That's a great
I'll probably be there watching for sure. I'm ready to see that. And
if there's not 3 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see they got a tailgate class too. So I just saw that. We were just talking about that. if any of the Harpers or Nick's on right now, where would someone go if they wanted to get the rules on like what makes this a daily driver or a true street? Anybody want to jump in on that? That'd be great. Just looking for some rules, for that. So I get the index, small tire. I get that. I get big tire, but what makes it a true street? Is there a cruise? I don't know. And
Right.
or is the daily driver or tailgate part of the cruise? So where can I go to find some rules?
Yeah.
There we go.
Here she says midamericadragway.com.
All right. Yeah, perfect.
And the flyer shows 12 and under free, but
Nice.
Mrs. Harper says 17 and under are free.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go. I knew a kid down the street, he'd always go to the track. His dad would take him. He was 17 3 years in a row. So that worked out good.
Yeah.
So. That's good stuff. Good stuff. No, that's great. I'm glad that's happening. Here's another thing, for real. Nick, probably, I don't know this. I'm wondering this, I know I see Nick's car on the flyer. I'm sure he had a lot to do with this no prep. Working with the Harpers, they got together. Bam, there's an event. It's the same thing as this street truck and this drag and drive. So it just shows that the Harpers are ready to work with the community to make some more action happen. That style of racing, there's different. We're all drag racers, but we're different customers, right? I like the radio stuff. You got the no prep stuff. You got these different, the drag and drives. And so it just shows that they're a track willing to have satisfy any of the customers that want to go down it. So that's a shout out to them right there.
That's right. And there was I thought this was kind of funny and pretty awesome too. In this Facebook post, Craven tagged Todd Bennett and Blake Hughes and said, "Let's head out there for this." And Scott Palmer, did you see Scott Palmer's comment? He said, "If I'm in town, I'm going to come hang out. Love this track."
Oh, there you go, man. The man himself, Scott Palmer, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that is awesome.
Yep. So that's March 16th, and that's only
March 16th.
And it's only what 4 to 5 weeks away.
4 or 5 weeks away, and I think that's their first event. Right? For them guys, their first official event, March 16th, and man, that's going to be nice. Like who's going to show up for that? You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Callie Nate's going to be there, and Nick.
I think.
You think
Nick,
like?
Nick started a Facebook post about that, and I completely forgot about that deal. There's guys post a picture of the cars, who they're coming, and that's something we should probably look at again and snag some of them cars and kind of roll through them. Yeah.
No,
we'll do that when we get a little closer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Another car I would love to see, which would be KC Max, and I don't know if his car will be ready by then, but yeah, I just love watching that car. That's a player as well around here.
Yeah.
And I mentioned those guys because they're around here. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not too far away.
Yeah.
And on the 15th is no prep test and tune. That's Friday.
There you
go. Gates open at 4. Testing starts at 6. Tech card is $40. Spectators is $10 Friday only, or $25 for the weekend.
Right on.
No prep test and tune the 15th.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a great weekend there.
Hopefully it's good weather.
Got Friday and Saturday. Get down.
Yep. And then coming up, coming up 3 weeks after that is the start of the Heads Up series.
There it is.
With the bikes. And look, there's you and Logan there.
Yeah, I see that. It's a great picture. Tracy Lynn took. Yeah.
Booker and
there. Yep. And bikes.
No,
that's great.
6th.
Make the series.
Yep. April 6th, May 4th, October 19th. And with that, testing also the Friday before, April 5th. Gates open at noon, testing 2 to 8. We know what the radio prep will be like, so that's not an issue.
Exactly.
So we know what it'll be like. It'll be great. Test fee is $150 per car. That is April 5th. So this will probably be the Friday before every Heads Up race, I would assume. Yeah.
And that, that makes it nice, especially, coming off there. If you, coming off the winter, to have a private test session, you can knock that out, keep there all weekend, work on anything. And, at each event, just plan on, that's what I plan on doing. I just plan on going down there Friday night and testing.
Yep. Especially kicking off early in the year and, just shake the bugs out and everything. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, one of those races is Race for the Rod, right? On that, those 3 events.
Yep. It's the 19th, I believe, the 18th, 19th.
19th. Yeah. Very good.
Go? Yeah. The October 19th, I believe, is the.
There you go.
I think there's a couple comments here. This is AJ Taylor. We all know AJ with his camera. Takes a lot of photos and stuff. Yep. He says hoping to be out there April 6th. Oh, with the car. Okay.
Nice.
No camera. He's bringing a car.
AJ, what class should I run?
Maybe when he's driving the car, he can snap some
videos.
Photos.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yep. Mrs. Harper says October 19th is also the Race for the Rod for all classes in the Heads Up series. Yep.
There it is. That's it. So that's for every class too. All right. Yeah. 650. Good job, AJ.
Index, I'll do what I can. Yeah. That's AJ. And AJ says he's racing 650.
650.
650.
Yeah. Like I was saying yesterday, talking to Dotson with that Nova, he's excited to race the 580 class again. So that's awesome. Get in where you fit in. And with all these, classes I see in front of me here, I mean, if you got a running automobile, you can go right.
Yep. I might have to race my F-250.
Well, I might have
a truck class.
Yeah. All you got to do is hook up those 2 pipes you showed us. That's it. Just together, and that's it. They're ready to go. So,
it's that easy.
Well, I wish it was that easy, right?
I do too, man. Yep.
Go.
Yeah. I don't have any more pictures of stuff.
Okay.
We covered a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, right at our little 2-hour mark. Doing well. So that was good. That's good. A lot of good questions came in. We got them answered right there at the spot. We knew that we wanted to talk about this new street truck and drag and drive. So that's why we got Mr. Harper ready in the box, because we knew that was going to come up. So a lot of good questions from that as well. And so, yeah.
Yep.
Feeling good about that.
I missed it. I saw where Chris Paget.
For you.
Chris Paget commented that he would be there. Let's see.
Okay.
Gary, have a picture of the back of your car. Never really see that. I'll get one.
Wow.
I'll get one. I'll get you a picture.
Yeah. Now, no one has come to me for me to hold the money yet. I remember I'm supposed to hold the money. I'm still waiting for that.
It's only $100. So I mean,
I thought it was 200
or 200. I don't know. Well,
yeah.
Troy
was Ron getting in on that too? Wasn't it? So that's 6 bills, isn't it?
Well, should be.
Yeah. I'm just asking. I'm not the judge.
Maybe Ron got scared.
I don't know. Is he here? Did he get on?
Have not seen Ron. He might be stuck in Colby in a motel in a snowstorm. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. Oh, here we go.
He says, "Hell, the bottle is over 200."
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
My crown is only like $49 and change.
Oh,
you're not scaring me, Troy. I can handle it.
That's gonna be awesome. Going to take Troy's money. Yeah,
we'll see.
It might just be whoever gets to the track first, because I know both cars are capable of doing it. So
yeah,
we'll just see.
Yep. I think we've got it covered.
I think so too.
Covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, put all my notes aside here, and we'll just talk about our sponsors real quick and plug our YouTube and our Facebook. Go ahead and bring that up. There's go.
Sponsors: Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandlin Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, Harry Street Carpet. Thank you to you guys.
Yes,
sir. For being great partners.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. another
Don't
comment.
forget to like, subscribe, hit up our Heads Up Racing Gary and Hot Rod Podcast, Facebook, YouTube. You know, we're always plugging these podcasts, and then we always got something, a new video dropping. So I know Gary dropped a video yesterday and just updates, and I'll be dropping one soon, putting the motor together. So everything's coming together just like we thought. So it's good stuff.
Yes. Yep. Well, that's a good place to cut her off.
So Gary and I will go back to the Bat Cave and talk about our next week program. We'll be back at 7 p.m. We got a couple feelers out there and see what kind of action shakes out for the week. And I'm sure we'll be talking about Georgia.
Oh yeah. 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 That'll be a lot of stuff happening in Georgia by, next Sunday night when we chat again. There'll be lots of stuff. Definitely. Stevie Fast and his new car, and
oh my goodness.
And maybe Cameron will be driving home with a giant trophy, a big hat, or whatever kind of stuff he gets at, a big pile of cash. How cool would that be?
Oh, it's so cool. And you gotta go to win. You gotta get in line. You never know what's going to happen. So that's off to him for making that trip and going racing. So it's great stuff.
Yep, that'd be fun and exciting to watch, and have somebody to cheer for.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
All right, Gary. Well, we'll shut her down then.
Yep, I am done.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right, everybody. Thanks for participating. Thanks for watching, chatting, and talking some smack. Yeah. All right. You ready, Rod?
Yeah, ready.
Boom. All right. See you later, Rodney.
See ya.